Stop pulling. Let's take it easy. I know everything. I know this becomes a big debate, especially in the recovery industry. And I don't ask this or say it ever in a way that it's a judgmental. I literally ask it as a question and more so just to spark conversation. You know, is a Matt sober? You know, can you be sober if you're on an MAT? Like, are you considered sober? And first off, I think it considers just with yourself. Like, well, how do you feel? There's a lot of people that were actually like in active addiction, even though there are, again, there's similarities. Hey, you're waiting at the clinic, people are getting in lines and shit. And then there's other ways of, hey, you're at the fucking plug and you're fucking waiting to get your shit. So, similarity is, hey, you are still taking a substance, whether it's street legal or not. I would say is that when people get sober, though, a lot of people get on some type of medication. And it's all types of different things. Sometimes it might be for anxiety, depression, maybe just other underlying issues that they had. And you know, I think a lot of people, if it's not really your place to say if what they're taking is really sober or not, especially if they're taking something that, like, a lot of people, like, doesn't even have anything to do with substance abuse, but it's still helping them be sober because maybe they feel like something in their head is causing them to be a different way. You know, I feel like a lot of times people are struggling with things in their own mind. And I think any type of relief you can give yourself is still a big step in the right direction. And I would say that's part of the recovery journey. All right, I put this down. That'll be a decent dog owner and clean up after him. I always kind of look at recovery as progress and not perfection. I think that's just the biggest thing with me because I'm on or in my recovery journey. I'm not at this like point in life that I'm fucking retired and my life is not going to go anywhere else from here. Like, I'm trying to have it go everywhere else as long as it's in the right direction. And in a lot of cases, I would even say some of us, man, we don't even know what we're doing. We just know doing the same old bullshit got us the same old shit we didn't want. So we had to do something new to give us something new. And in hopes that, like, hey, we're pushing ourselves in the right direction. So hopefully positive, good shit will happen for us. You know, kind of like putting things into the universe. And, you know, ultimately, I think people just beat themselves up too much about it. Like, I think people are looking at it like it's like a race or something. And it's not, because shit, you could have been in the fucking trenches doing whatever you was doing for 5 years. And at your third year, somebody could have got clean. And then now you're on your day one, 2 years later, while somebody else is on their 2 years in a day. And it's kind of like, oh, like they're ahead. but they might be older than you. They might have been on the substance longer than you. Maybe you took more time to do it because you had more lessons you had to learn. Or maybe you took 5 years, they took 10 years, they did it before you. So it's really all of this stuff at your own pace. And I think this is the positive, message trying to push, that you got to do a lot of this just at your own pace. Because if you slip back into things, ain't nobody else gonna have to lay in that bed that you made but yourself. So make sure that when you are making your bed, when you're making it all comfy or doing whatever you can, maybe you have a skid with like an air mattress, I don't know, maybe you're on the floor with just a thick comforter and a sheet and a pillow. And there's all different types. But I always kind of say it's not about where you are right now. It's not about where you came from. It's about where you're trying to be. And yeah, at first it starts with thoughts. Like, okay, like where do you want to be? Yes. But then it goes and it starts rolling with the actions you are taking. Because I believe that, for someone to get sober, they usually got to be sober curious first. That means that they aren't sober, but they're interested in the ideal of being so. And I never even knew about that being a thing as I hear more, but I think that's still like pretty awesome, because the thing was, when I was, in activation going through it, I didn't understand my options at all. Like whatsoever, I did not understand my options. I didn't really understand how Suboxone worked, methadone, the detox process, going into a rehab facility itself. And overall, I wish I did. I wish I would have had a better understanding, and I would have had more questions that would have led me into Google searches and asking people, and maybe could have led me to doing it sooner. Even though me going to my first center, it didn't get the type of outcome I wanted. In some cases, I feel like it made me mentally a little worse. I know I still always say, I just wish I did it sooner. Because I think that's just one of the realest things. Because like, you don't know what you don't know. And if I knew what I knew, I would have been on top of my shit sooner, and I would have made good out of it. My boy, and I swear my dog be shitting 3-4 times. This guy just don't stop sometimes, man. I mean, it's good he's getting it out of him, but the thing, I'd be like in mid-thought. All right, 1 second though. Real question, how many times do you walk your dog and how many times do you go to the zoo? My guy's going a lot. Sometimes I walk him 2-3 times, I go 2-3 times. Sometimes I'll just do like much longer walks, and because maybe later in the day or earlier in the day, the walk wasn't as long, or maybe we still in the backyard. It's just so hot, humid, and this guy will literally just be like in the sun, laying down. It's like, man, when I take you in the backyard, like, why can't you do that? Like, I swear, ever since I got in a better, oh look, here comes eggs. That's actually kind of cool. I feel like ever since I started getting him on more of a program, walking him, and, daily trying to sometimes even jog a little bit, he's just so like, that's it. He loves it so much. He don't even care about being in the backyard or anything. Wait, I'm gonna turn this around, my boy. You can come walk with us while I'm just talking. This is my boy, Bane. He's my good boy, my kitty lab. I found some Thanksgiving bags. It's actually pretty cute. You gotta always keep that on you. And something else you gotta keep on you. But I think doggy bags are a necessity. And as somebody that started a dog poop scoop business, actually really any time now, I think I'm gonna start trying to get out there a little more. So one of the biggest things, I think the area that I live in, I'm going to offer just some free services, especially for people that have like physical limitations. I really try to give like discounts to people with physical limitations, vets, a little extra discount for disabled vets. I look at it as like a double because you're disabled and you're a vet. And then also seniors. So at the end of the day, I don't think someone that can't walk their dog or someone that can't pick up their dog in the backyard, that shouldn't be the only reason that they don't have a dog. Obviously, you don't want one, you don't want one. But I just feel like that shouldn't be the reason, because you can't bend over and pick up. And it's kind of sad that so many people miss out on interaction. Now, I don't think people understand, man, how much your mental health improves by having another life around you, treating that life right, and everything as well. Because I just think like I just look at everything. Like I love nothing more than my cats just being comfortable. I look at my cats, they'll be like laying on their backs, just dead asleep, with a smile on their faces, and like a little piece of their tooth is popping out. And like the more children relaxed they are, the more like just sweet, the more like it just touches my soul, And one of the things to also walking him more, I try to just, it's an easier way for me like to maintain like our etiquette. Make sure he's, in the grass off to the side to my left, not pulling, things that kind of most dogs should be doing. But the thing is, the more excited he gets on the walks, the more it's harder to have him keep up with what he should be doing. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. How's it going? None of these people over here, they got very nice front yard areas. Like to a degree, you have to admire someone that just takes care of the place that they live in and the area. Because you don't get that all the time, especially in an area where a bunch of people are renting. And I'm a renter myself, so I understand it. But it's like I'm not going to put more money and effort into a place that a landlord is not going to put money and effort into. I always find interesting cars. Because no matter like the type of car, what year it is, how many miles, how much the payment is, or the overall MSRP of the vehicle, like anybody could have anything. You can have let's say like a low paid janitor, like maybe like slightly above minimum wage janitor, and they could be driving a vehicle that's only a couple of years old, whether they're looking at like a Toyota or they're looking at like a Jeep or a BMW, while you'll have someone that's like a maintenance engineer probably making double the money, and they're showing up in the same like pickup truck with only the fronts that they've been driving. And I think that just comes from a level of, I think, just how much people care and what they do with their money. That's all aspects. You know, some people are, they would rather invest more money into their car so they don't have to worry about things breaking down and stuff happening. But some people are like, man, I'd rather pay the couple $100 here and there and the small $50 to $100 fees to keep this car going rather than having a monthly payment. I don't blame them, because I remember monthly payments, I feel like you could have been looking at 300, 400, maybe 5. Now I feel like so many monthly payments are like 500 plus. Like 500 to 1,000, and I feel like that's typical. And that's people I feel like were just reasonable credit. That's not, I'm not saying that's good or bad. See, people not be picking up after their dogs yet. That's the thing that be bothering me. Like, have a little decency, you walking your dog, bring some bags, pick up after them. But man, this guy is what keeps me going though sometimes, because he just be having this positive energy. Like, I truly just feel like dogs are here to be, I feel like, people, like the opposite, like in the sense of, no, not opposite. They're meant to, dogs I feel like are meant to complement humans. I feel like that's how they were designed and everything. That's kind of like the attitude that dogs have. Like, they complement us. While I feel like cats are kind of like us. It's like dogs are smarter in like the sense of you teach them tricks a little more, but cats are, I feel like, a little more self-aware. Is that a tiny little rim? I know there was a mouse driving around that lost his hubcap. But just saying, like, you know, I feel like dogs truly are just meant to complement humans. Like, whatever we don't come with, they kind of have. Bane, get on this side. Get in the grass. Bane, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back this way. We don't stay on this side. So I feel like dogs are meant to complement humans. Reckless people. But yeah, just like dogs are meant to complement humans. That's why they're the emotional support animals usually. They are the ones that are sniffing out drugs, bombs, bad people, whatever. They're looking, they can pick up on a scent of someone's shirt and just go looking for them. While I feel like cats are actually a little bit like people. Like, I feel like, personally, I look at my cats like they're some little babies, because that's exactly how they act to remind me of. But sometimes they be acting like toddlers too. Like, I know they hear me and they're listening. You can see it in their face and their ears and stuff, but they just don't care. That seems pretty human to me. You know, I feel like dogs are like the opposite. Like, they think you want to go have fun and play. Dogs right there, like, yes, let's do it. I'm down. While the cat's a little more independent and like us. It's like, no, like, I'm good. I'm just gonna chill here, sit on the couch, wait to bring some treats. My dog likes to pee on other dogs' shit when they're not picked up. Oh, there's a rabbit dog across the street. Oh, my bad. Unless you got a question, this is how it's about to kind of end. I just still have it going right now.